Hello! Ta-da! I made two dresses from the same pattern. Almost. Well, of course, me being me, I'm really not capable of following instructions precisely. I will always do my own interpretation. So what I want to show you here is actually the adjustments I have made from the first edition of the dress to the second. So I have already shown you this one. It is made out of a lovely cotton muslin, and I followed the pattern, Birgitta Helmersson's pattern for zero waist v-neck dress, fairly accurately, not entirely, but fairly. And it has a completely triangular opening for the neck. And I think it's nice. I enjoy wearing it. I am very, very pleased with the fabric. It's very nice and light. And then I made a second one. So this was really my mock, but I didn't want to waste all of this lovely fabric, so I made a dress, not a mock. And this is the real price, like the one I made afterwards. And this is not made out of cotton, this is viscose, which was really, really hard to work with. It is so flimsy, it is so thin and so soft and quite stretchy, and it won't stay where you want it to stay. It will go places. It's got a mind of its own. And here you can see that the opening for the neck is slightly deeper. Oh, what a sound! Sorry. Because I changed how I made the neck. So I added a bit more here on the back side. So the neck is not triangular anymore. It's got 5 corners to it now. And that's because I didn't find the completely triangular neck entirely comfortable in the neck area, so I wanted something a bit more rounded to give a bit more space for the neck. And I think it worked out fine. I mean, of course, it also has the consequence of offering more cleavage, but everyone should enjoy. And another difference is that this one is slightly longer than the first one. So the original pattern for the dress calls for 260 centimeters of fabric, and when ordering this fabric I just ordered 300, so 3 meters, and as it's a zero waist fabric, I thought I'm just going to use all of this because the extra length added when I bought the fabric would just end up in the skirt, and so I did. So this is almost foot length or ankle length on me. And and it also gave me opportunity to make quite a wide hem, which is good in a fabric this soft. It helps with how it flows and make sure that you have a bit more extra weight down there, which makes a lovely dress. Another change I made was how I have made the pockets. So here I began with French seaming this seam, the inner seam of the skirt. And I added the pocket somewhere along this. And then I had 2 very short bits of fabric left here. And I cut one down, folded the other hem around it, and then stitched it down. So that means here we have the outer seam, and the pocket lies inside of it. So if I close it like that, this fold here is the skirt itself, and then the pocket arrives. So the pocket fabric is about 1/2 centimeter in. However, in the second dress, I guess this is why you make a mock, right? To learn. When making the French seam, I love French seams, by the way, it's my new favorite seam. I will attempt to French seam anything. I put the pocket itself further in, giving me a greater seam allowance on the right side, which enabled me to make a really nice fold here. So here, the pocket goes all the way out here to the edge. So if I do that, and we follow the outer seam of the dress, the pocket just goes all the way out, and it becomes really invisible. It's quite invisible in that one as well, but that's because it's such a busy fabric. Well, this is busy as well, but like I know it's very neat and trim and proper, which gives me great satisfaction. So this is the only bit of the dress that is hand stitched. Everything else is machine stitched. And obstacles, like things that were hard with this dress, is definitely putting on the skirt. So working with the viscose is hard. So I ended up having a not very straight seam here. It was a bit up and down. So I decided to make another seam just above it, but make that one straight and nice and beautiful. However, on my first attempt, I did not stretch the fabric of the skirt enough. So then instead I ended up with having the skirt fabric going up and down like that. So I had to undo that one. I have to unpick it. And then I did make another seam, and I did it right the second time around, and I made sure to stretch everything. So below here is the first seam, and then above the slightly more proper and straight one. And then I have zigzagged and cut up the excess. So yeah, I do think it turned out really neat in the end. And this seam here is quite nice. Like I've really tried to follow the pattern in the fabric. So like aim for the same bit in the print all the time. And I think I succeeded. Yes, so I want to show you the difference I made to the neck. So the first dress, we have this triangular neck happening. And then for the second one, I did this. It's just a slight change, but I do really think it made a difference. And also this is the changes I have made to the original pattern, because the original pattern had a short puff sleeve and I wanted long sleeves. So I simply cut the sleeve parts and sewed them together to make tubes for arms. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Those are my two dresses. I did buy even more fabric, but as I bought it online and I didn't have a chance to touch it before, I think it is slightly too thick. It's a lovely cotton with a fun print. It will make you look like a china cup, all blue and white, but I don't think it is going to become a dress, because I don't think it would be very wearable or for that matter workable when sewing it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with these two. Thank you, Birgitta, for your lovely pattern. Okay, see you all next time. Bye.